Okay. So we want to address the elephant in the room first.
What's that?
I got on this hat right now because I thought you said, hey, I had a lash appointment tomorrow, but I'm gonna do this before the pod. And I was like, okay, well, we both gonna be out here. And then I look at the lashes because I'm wolfing it like I ain't never wolfed before.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, we gonna be in solidarity because my haircut was scheduled for tomorrow.
No. Preemptive. Okay. Yeah, no. I try to get my lashes done before I look crazy. Yeah. So I am so sorry. I don't know what gave you the.
Thought we was gonna stand in solidarity.
Yeah, I don't know why you thought that.
All right, I'm out here by myself.
I mean, I've come on the pod with my lashes undone. I mean, well, look, I'm missing 2 nails.
Fair. Okay.
I'm missing 2 nails.
You know what? Okay. What is the equivalent? What is the female equivalent? Sorry. What is the woman equivalent to the femme equivalent to? See, I'm gonna get it right. What is the femme equivalent to a man's edge up?
You know, it would have to probably be the brows and lash, because it will make or break the whole face. Your makeup can be on point. Okay. Your makeup can be done like seamless, perfect, everything blended out. You look amazing. And if you don't have no lashes on, you look foolish. You look dumb if you don't have no lashes on.
Okay. Also,
your brows. If your brows are not good, your whole face is not good. So I would imagine that that's somewhere along the line of like. Now, I can say edge ups are more. Well, I think women might pay attention a little bit more, because I feel like a lot of men will notice if something is off about your face, but they don't necessarily know what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and an edge up, no, I can be like, no, your edge up is wrong. It's crooked, or it's like it's noticeable. But I feel like a lot of men is like, something isn't where it's supposed to be. There's too much or too little of something, but I can't quite.
You're like, it's too crispy.
But I don't. Especially with brows, I feel like a man will be unattracted to you because your eyebrows aren't done, but they don't know that that's why. Like, something, you won't be as beautiful.
You know what I'm glad we're out of? The absolutely tiny eyebrows.
Oh, the thin ones. It's very easy to be evil with those eyebrows.
You always look surprised.
Yeah, it's very easy to be evil. Those can. Like, you make one wrong facial movement and you're scowling.
All the time. I'm like, why is this happening? Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Hey Go Worker podcast, the home of the best coworkers in the world, which is you all. Hopefully you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening to the podcast. And hopefully you are liking and sharing and talking to other people about us, because we would like to grow eventually. So like, share us with your friends. That'd be great. We would love that. Hopefully you're liking and subscribing and commenting and doing all the things, leaving us reviews on our audio platforms, leaving us comments on our YouTube and underneath our TikToks and Instagrams and all of those good things. We greatly appreciate y'all for being the best community of coworkers in the world. And welcome to the show. So how are you, friend?
I'm doing great. I'm going to get through this.
Oh, I got you. Mm-hmm. I feel you.
I do not usually use my inhaler before we record, because I get to feeling like I've been talking for 45 minutes and then I'll just stop.
Well, I mean, we have a penchant for interrupting each other anyway, so this will be fine. Sometimes I go back and I'll be like, damn, she had a good point. If I would have just waited like 3 more seconds, that would have been hard. That would have been the clip right there. But no, you had to get your point out.
Yeah.
It's the ADHD.
I'm also working on that just in my life, not interrupting people when they talk. But sometimes it's just like, that light's not on. The ring light.
Thank you. Because that was going to eventually bother me, because we're still keeping all this in.
Yeah. No, sure. But, see, this is why I don't use my inhaler. Because what was I saying? Whatever.
You lost it. Oh, it's gonna be like the ADHD gonna be driving like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. No, I will forget in the middle of a sentence. So
I do that now regularly without any added medicines or medicinal herbs.
Bear with me, people.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
No, everything's fine.
It's fine.
No, everything's cool.
It's fine.
Cool.
It's all fine. Oh wait, let me look in. Am I gonna have to? Sorry,
I had a very random urge to go spend money.
That's not a good urge. I don't know why you would just go be spending money. Hey, baby.
I just wanted to say I got to my capitalism speech.
You went off about capitalism again, and how it's the bane of our existence. That's what you was doing.
Yep.
Okay, baby. I love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later. I know you're podcasting.
Yeah.
Hi, Rox.
Hey, friend.
Love you.
Love you too.
Fight the system.
She just do what she want. Whatever. I was going on here. Oh, I did get it.
But yes, I was sitting watching TV and I was like, I want stuff. So that's why I ended up at the mall. We're actually not recording on one of our usual days because our usual days had some conflict, a little bit of conflict. So would have been pushing it. So I happened to be up the street.
Yeah. For now.
Which didn't work out.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I still had to go home and get the stuff.
Yeah. But it was a good thought.
Yeah.
And
get it out the way now. Well, go ahead and record. So I went to the mall.
I was having so many, but also I'm so glad that we're doing it like this because I was having so many thoughts. Have you watched this Katt Williams interview?
I was seeing clips.
Bro, I watched the whole thing. I was with him right up until he said there was a couple of different things. But because he drops gems throughout the whole thing, but some of the stuff he says, I'm like, some of that don't curl all the way over. Mm-hmm. And some of it is funny. And people have been saying that he was doing, he was lying purposefully to try to like get Shannon to ask. Cause when he said he read 3,000 books a year, as in, I think it was like 8-year-old.
As an 8-year-old.
I said, Majid, that's
just kept getting more and more
nonfiction. I was like, bro, that's 8 books a day.
With no time to do anything else.
But I'm like, you read 8 books a day? And given he's incredibly smart because he admittedly did not graduate from high school. Mm-hmm. I think he dropped out at he talks about like he left his home at 13 and ran away to Florida. Or he doesn't say run away. He said I left and went to Florida and lived there. I was homeless. But then he was saying I would go to, he was like, I would sleep in the park at night and then I would go to the library and read all day. And then I would go steal car radios and make around $2,000 a day. And what I'm thinking is, if you're making around $2,000 a day stealing car radios, first of all, whose car radio were you stealing? That's crazy. Or how many car radios are you having to steal?
But also, in the day.
Then what? But also, if you're making $2,000 a day, how are you homeless?
Well, because he's 13, he can't just go and get an apartment on his own. Probably.
You know what? That is a very good point that I did not. Oh no, you can't even get a hotel room.
No, yeah, you can't. I mean, without an adult, you can. It's very little that you can do.
And you're not likely to trust adults because okay, so some of it does curl over. You just have to think about it a different way. But also he said something about, it was something he said about the military and joining the military, that he tried to join the Marines at like 15 and lied to them and said, my family's coming down, I don't have any of my IDs stuff and and they sent him to boot camp. I was like, ain't no fucking way. First of all, I was like, me and little one are on the phone and having a conversation about this. I'm like, when was Katt Williams born? And she's like, 1950. I'm like, that nigga was not born in 1950.
1950?
Yes. That's when she thought Katt Williams was born.
Okay.
She has no concept of time,
period.
at all whatsoever. So we're just like,
My watch is for aesthetics
I'm like, bro, ain't no way that Katt is that old. So I look it up. Katt is born in 1971.
Okay. That's more, because, yeah, around the same age as my mom, not my grandmother.
Yeah. He's born in 1971. So I'm like, so when he's saying, I think he tried to join the military at around 15. When he's saying he would have joined the military, he was 15 or 14, so it would have been 1985. Mm-hmm. In 1985, there is no way you are able to join the United States military
without an ID.
There's no way they're sending you to boot camp without an ID. Mm-hmm. You can't, unless some like crusty veteran is gonna crawl out of somewhere and tell me I'm wrong. There is no way I believe that the greatest fighting force that the world has ever seen sent a 15-year-old without ID to boot camp. And
there's no way he looked it, because he's always been so small.
And this is post-Vietnam. Ain't no way, bro.
Remember he got knocked out by that 8th grader, or he got put into a headlock?
That was the other thing. When he said I'd never done a drug, I said, Katt, come on, Katt.
I saw
Katt,
clips.
I rock with you. He said, because he was like, you ain't never heard nobody sold me a drug.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
You ain't never seen nobody said they was doing drugs with me, and you ain't never seen nobody say that I was inebriated around them. And I said, well, hold on. First of all, we saw you fight an 8th grader.
We did see you lose.
And that is not a thing that we typically see from those people that are not inebriated.
Also, didn't you rent your dog a hotel room? Its own separate hotel room. I don't know if the people remember that, but that was a thing that happened as well.
I just look at that as rich nigga behavior, to be honest with you. Cause rich niggas spend money on stupid shit.
Rich niggas also be doing drugs.
Fair. But I'm saying one does not necessarily mean the other.
Not necessarily.
Let's put it like this. Do I think that Katt has never done any other drugs other than marijuana? Absolutely not. Do I think that it's possible? Sure.
Yeah.
Do I believe anything that happens?
Their own words.
Yeah.
With their own meanings.
I think it's probable that but he did say, and in the interview he talks about how like he lived on the streets and talked to all the junkies about all the things that got them there, and he was like, there's no way. Mm-hmm. But one of the only reasons that we all think that Katt was on drugs is because of the mugshots, which nobody looks good in a mugshot, mm-hmm. and Kevin Hart saying he chose drugs. Because other than that, I can't think of anybody else I've heard say that Katt Williams was on drugs.
You know, I saw the clips. I only watched maybe one or two of them all the way through, but I'm not woke enough for Katt Williams.
What does that mean? Like,
I don't have the space for the conspiracy theories that he throws out very, very matter of factly. He says that they're from his personal experience, and I'm not saying that he's not telling the truth, but as far as like I watched one clip where he was talking about I think it was him and Ludacris.
Oh, yeah.
They both got a call from the Illuminati at the same time.
I fully feel like that's fictitious. And he was just, when he said it, it looked like he was joking. Up until a certain point, it looked like he was like absolutely just like saying stuff and seeing how far he could go with it. And then it like shifted to him looking like he was almost serious. And I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Just that whole, like, just.
I don't do Illuminati.
But all of the stories about all the people, it's just like, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm saying I don't have the capacity.
But this is the other thing. One of the reasons why I thought it was a joke was because when he said you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never does interviews, that's so many men in the industry. That is a lot of men in the industry. That's so you just go, so all the men, so when Kev on stage posted like, thank God I have a dark-skinned wife with short hair who does interviews.
Who talks, who uses her words.
Like, we know I'm not in the Illuminati. And I was like, basically all he did was like point the finger at every NBA player that we've ever seen, apart from LeBron James, who's with Savannah.
Not all of them.
They don't all have weird faces.
Aisha's face isn't.
I'm not even gonna go there because I don't comment on women's faces.
Aisha's face is not weird. It's incredibly not unsexy, but it has zero sex appeal about it.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna say unstable. I don't know what I thought. For some reason, you said and I said stable. I said, wait a minute, what are we going?
What do you know about Aisha Curry?
Like, Jesus, because I was like, yo, unstable is disgrace. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's diabolical. But no, it's nothing sexy about it. Beautiful, yes. She does not turn me on in any way. Like looking at her face, I think she's pretty, but that's it. Like it's not sexy. But it's not a weird face. Yeah.
Okay, so I will concede that there is a difference between sexy and pretty.
Oh yeah.
There
are people who just don't have sex appeal. They can be beautiful, but they just don't have sex appeal.
I've known beautiful women that like have no idea how to tap into their like it just untapped. Just there you go.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God damn.
Tamara. That was
harsh. Where are we at today?
I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. And I'm not
I don't even know if you believe that. Do you believe that?
Wholeheartedly.
Explain.
She's just is not sexy, pretty, beautiful, but even when she's trying to be sexy, it's like no. And I can't say the same for her sister. But I don't see Tamara trying to be sexy as much as I see Tia playing into sexy.
I don't really find Tamara sexy.
I don't find either one of them sexy.
When I think of, okay, but if we're giving like degrees, I find Tia sexier than Tamara.
I do not.
This is such a weird conversation to have.
I do not.
I'm trying like to have it without objectifying them, and I don't know if I can do it, but I'm just gonna kind of like do what I can.
Mm-hmm. I think you find Tia. Yes.
I find Tia more attractive.
Okay, I can see that. I can agree with that.
Yes.
I think you find Tia more sexy because
I find her more attractive, and Tamara just is goofy.
She still has the goofy.
But it's goofy in a way that.
Damn, it must suck to be the goofy looking twin.
It's not a look thing.
It's not a goofy looking.
It's a particular kind of goofy that attracts certain kinds of people that I don't want to be around.
Well.
And I'm not saying that she does that, but what I perceive is that. Because I don't know. Again, we don't know these people. Right. We're just commenting on things that we are seeing from our social media or like television viewings of these people. I don't know them. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. I don't know if I were to see Tia and Tamara for the first time today, if I would think Tamara looks goofier than her sister. But I think it's just because of the show. I grew up watching them on the show. Tia was the more serious one. Tamara was the sillier one. So she just still looks like the sillier twin to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in my head. I'm trying to quantify sexy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's why I'm looking. I'm just like, but I'm like, I think the reason why I don't really find either one of them sexy is because I feel like there's a degree of like provocative that can make you sexy, and they don't feel provocative at all to me, partially because like I grew up watching them as Tia and Tamara, and they were like
they feel
like the wholesome cute girls that live up the block with their like good parents that really don't mess with you like that because they a little stuck up in real life. Who
the hell gave Lisa Landry a baby? She who gave Lisa Landry a baby? Do you know how hard it is to adopt?
That's crazy.
How did Lisa get a baby?
Before gay men. Hey, don't say we're not progressive.
I don't know how the hell Lisa, she stole that baby from somewhere, because no adoption agency looked at her credentials
and said, you know what?
And said, take this one.
She was a business owner, wasn't she?
Eventually.
What did she do in the beginning of the show?
I don't know, but they were very poor.
That's true, because they ended up living with...
Moving in with Ray.
What did Ray do?
Car dealership, I think.
Or did he own a limousine?
Ray's limo. Yeah, a limousine.
He run a limousine company. I did not remember what she did. Was she a hairdresser?
It was clothes, I thought.
Or a clothing designer?
It was clothes.
She was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But
they were very poor.
But as a broke entrepreneur got a baby?
Yeah, but also I think they've been having them since they were little. So we don't know. Maybe Lisa fell on hard times right before they met. Like, cause maybe she was doing better.
Are you saying you want a prequel to Sister?
I kind of need to know. Maybe Jackie needs her own spinoff and we start from the beginning. Jackie.
Now that would be an interesting reboot.
Yeah.
Because
we just need to know
how did you manage as a broke entrepreneur to get a child?
To get a baby.
Again.
It doesn't add up.
Before gay people.
And she wasn't even like faking the funk and like classy. Like she was
real with it.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Jack A, if you're watching.
She not. But if y'all want to send this to her, cool.
How did Lisa Landry get a baby? We need to know. Because has the country gotten stricter? I don't know.
The country's crazy, and I don't want to talk about it because I will get depressed.
Yeah.
Very, very depressed. I just want to talk about the zeitgeist that we are currently in and whether or not that is like suitable for black marriages and stuff like that. That's the conversation I want to have because it distracts me from the incoming gloom. That is
what you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. I do want to mention that I will be eloping.
Okay. Yeah.
No, when I get married, I had this realization today. I was like, the only person that I need to prove that I love them is the person that I'm getting married to, and she don't really want and has not requested all of that, so we not doing all of that.
Yeah.
She just wants to be married.
If I can make a suggestion, the money that you would use on a wedding, not even all of it, but just elope, but make it really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like we would like the way I would plan on doing it, or hopefully, actually, no, I don't want to say this on camera because she might watch.
She come across it. Well, when I got married,
she don't watch because she don't watch my social media like that neither. And this is not going to be a clip. And don't none of y'all send this to her
unless I do it.
What I would probably do is save up as much PTO as possible, and we start with a very, very simple wedding ceremony with, if at all, probably like my 4 people that are like the people that are closest to me, and my mama and whoever is marrying us, and like her 4 closest people to her and her mama, and that is it. And we go and we do our thing. And then that begins to start, and this will be local somewhere or whatever. And then from there, we're going to the airport and we're going out of the country, and we're spending as much PTO as we can spend traveling around. That would be the ideal. Yeah. I don't need a bit. And then we can have a welcome back home party / reception for our nuptials.
Yeah. When I got married, we didn't necessarily elope because we had kids, so somebody got to watch them. So we had to tell them what we were doing. But instead of spending a lot of money on a wedding, we literally went to Vegas and got a penthouse. And I like to gamble, so that was like we both enjoy gambling, so that was like something that we were able to have fun doing. And then the high roller, the big Ferris wheel, rented that out, and you say your I do's right up at the top, and they can have a DJ in there. We didn't because it was just us. And that was it. But I would normally not spend the money on a penthouse. But this is my wedding, and I'm not gonna have an actual wedding. Yeah, get the penthouse suite.
Would you ever want to do a big wedding?
No, I'm so scared I would fall.
Coming down the aisle?
Yes.
I've never. Is that a thing that women think about?
I don't know what other women think about. Can't be.
Y'all should answer. Hold on. Answer us in the comments. Is that a thing y'all think about? Like tripping coming down the aisle?
Because it's crippling for me. Like that is the second reason I don't want a big wedding. And the first is money. I just don't. Whatever.
Okay.
But immediately after that is I am so scared I will fall while trying to come down the aisle.
Okay. So serious question. Would you take a piggyback down the aisle?
No.
I tried.
I'm gonna look ridiculous.
I mean, hey.
No.
More or less ridiculous than if you fell?
More ridiculous because you are on someone's back.
And what if they fall? That would be
We're not getting married. All the everything's literally falling apart. Literally. We're not getting married, bro. I don't even want to marry someone who would allow me to take a piggyback ride down the aisle. What is your problem?
You're gonna test the limits of whether or not he really cares, because he's like
right off the game.
Because you know, dudes be like, I don't care about the wedding, and then if he see you take a piggy, he don't care at all whatsoever.
Whose back am I even on?
Your dad's. Whoever's gonna walk you down the aisle, I guess.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's worse. That's worse than falling because you did that on purpose. You had to get up there. Tripping is embarrassing, but it was an accident. Everyone knows that you did not trip on purpose. It's just something that happens. You know, it is embarrassing, but you can get past it. You chose in this gown to hop up on somebody's back. You chose that. You thought that was a good idea. I would never be able to live that down.
Random question. Do you think that there was ever a period in time in which getting a piggyback down the aisle would have been acceptable?
No.
Okay.
Because marriages, I feel like weddings are...
So some things don't change with time.
Yeah.
I asked that because I randomly started thinking about how my father was like a decent man from like a 90s or an 80s standard. Mm-hmm. And when I think about him from a 2024 standard, I go, even from like an early 2000s standard, I go, and that was a nasty era. Because early 2000s was the hooping shorts under jeans era.
Yeah, the do-rag with the do-rag under the hat.
Yeah. That was a musty era. Because you was hot.
Everything was hot. Yeah. All that heat trapped on the top of your head under that do-rag and hat.
Bruh. And
the clothes are really big.
So that's why dudes had to wear the headbands. Because it was sweating.
Yeah.
Dude had sweatband. You wasn't even playing sports, but you had a sweatband on.
Because your clothes.
But ironically didn't wear the sweatbands when they was playing sports. It's really awkward. Or didn't play sports at all, actually. Like, you don't even look like you play sports.
Yeah. I had a jersey dress. I had a couple of jersey dresses.
Do you have Jordan heels?
If you don't want to do this show with me anymore, you can just say that. Like, I feel like we've come far enough to where if there's beef, we don't have to like be all passive aggressive about it. You can just say what's on your mind. It was just
a question. I did not mean nothing about it. I didn't even think about it before I asked. So, because again, remember, I didn't grow up in Texas, so I don't know all the time what y'all's particular feelings are towards certain things. This may be one of those times, friend.
I don't. All right, bro. Because I feel a little attacked. Not gonna lie.
I saw a woman wear those in church once. That is my only exposure to them ever.
I don't think I've ever seen a pair in real life.
I saw a pair of Jordan heels. You don't feel the same way about Tim heels, do you?
Yeah, yeah, I do actually.
Do?
Yeah, I'm Tim. Yes. Now, if it's just like a brown like that
Boot
color,
heel.
yeah, that can be fine.
But an actual Timberland
But
heel.
if it's a Timberland heel,
I feel like that's.
what are we on?
If she's from New York, are you giving her a pass?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not.
I don't think anybody in New York listens to the podcast yet, so we're fine. We're local still.
Yeah, because the way I be telling people, New York scares the shit out of me. New York scares the hell out of me. I don't have no business over there. The first time I go to New York, I'm gonna have to be paid to be there. Otherwise, no.
Fair. I had like 3 other Katt Williams topics on here,
Okay.
but I don't know if you're gonna want to.
Well, I didn't watch it in detail, so
She did say something that was interesting about Kanye.
about me.
Kanye.
Oh.
Did you? What? What did you? Hold on.
Sorry.
What?
No, it's fine.
Hold on. No. I gotta get to the bottom of this. What part of Kanye? You said me? I said, hold on. No. How did we get there? What did you hear?
I heard you say you.
I said yay, Kanye, and you heard you. You just heard the yeah sound.
I don't know.
There was an A after it. Like
I was just so confused about why Katt Williams was talking about me and why nobody told me before. I was like, me? Why? And why is this the first that I'm hearing about it? I feel like people should tag me or send it to me or something. So
that's crazy that you would find out on a podcast. Like, that's the absolute last place.
Did you hear? So what's your response to the Katt Williams? What
he's
my
about?
Response? Yeah, he called you out specifically.
It is possible. Based on he called out everybody.
Katt Williams liked one of my videos once on Instagram.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. I love that for you.
On Instagram, yeah.
He did show love to a lot of community. He took shots.
When he said, "If you're a fat Faison liar,"
I said, "Oh no." He said,
the way Shannon Sharp said, "Faison Love just called it straight."
He was like, "Yo, I ain't." Bro, he opened up the gate just going. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was literally the meme of that kid. Jesus Christ. Like, bro. Nah, he was at people's heads.
Yeah. I didn't watch a lot of it because it's too woke for me. It's too.
So there's a lot of conspiracy. So he asked him a couple of questions and I was like, okay. But he was like, hey, what do you think about politics now? And he's like, when he said, this is bad. He's like, we've made jokes about it being bad before, but this is bad. The analogy he gave is just like, this is like, you want to get back with your ex or you want to get back with the person before your ex. And I was like, he ain't, bro. Yeah, that is the most accurate description.
Are we worried about Trump? Isn't he gonna be in prison?
No, but another person that is going to be, because we've opened the gate for more extremists. Because Trump was basically an extremist, an incited extremist, and we've given rise to that. I ain't giving rise to shit. The American media has given rise to that, and we're going and we're because we've turned politics into reality television. Mm-hmm. This is what we're doing now.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was walking into Kroger the other day and some black guy in a long coat stopped me and asked if I was voting.
Oh, for some reason in my head, he was a Hebrew Israelite and he saw the hair and called you sister and everything.
No, he was like smoking a black and mild or something and asked me if I was voting.
That is very un-Hebrew Israelite.
then he gave me this long lecture about voting. I was just like, yeah, man, I'm going to go get my stuff from the store.
People talking to me about voting is stupid. First of all, I'm going to say this, and I'm only going to say it once and ever. Well, I've said it one other time, but I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it once on each platform. Do not vote for a candidate that you do not believe in. It is as simple as that for me. Mm-hmm. No more, no less.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well.
We talked about Katt saying he never did drugs. What? Who? He went it. There was a couple other people. I was like, wow. But the whole Kings of Comedy. But he said he liked DL.
DL?
Yeah.
What about Bernie?
He loves DL and Bernie.
Yeah.
He said I tolerate no DL slander. He's like, DL's actually funny, which I've seen DL live. DL is funny live. I don't think he likes his wife in real life. I don't think he likes his family in real life. Like, I'd be listening to the jokes and I'd be like, this feels like a lot of resentment.
You know, I don't claim to be a religious person at all, but there is a line for me. And I'm sure the line is much closer. But on the other side of that line, somewhere, is a man saying, I stepped out on my wife and got somebody else pregnant, and I said, God, please take care of this for me. And then the baby died, and I just feel like that was God taking care of this for me. That's too far for me. I can't.
Bro, I forget that he said that until someone brings it up.
Yeah.
I completely black out that was a thing that was said.
Yeah. Like, and you know, I'm not putting it past God, because according to the Bible and such, God be smiting people, you know,
all willy-nilly.
Just because, you know, seemingly just because. So maybe, you know, there's war, there's cancer, there's all type of things. So, you know, quite possibly God looked out for you like that. But did he though? I don't think that was who got that baby up out of here. I don't think that's what happened.
I was going to say something, but I was like, I don't know how far in the trust tree we are, and we will get canceled if I say what I want to say.
That's not a fear of mine, but
no, the fear of we're going to move on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to completely move on. That is not because yeah, there's some things I want. You ever want to say something, but you understand completely that everybody doesn't have the context of who you are to get why that's a funny joke?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
so I just can't make that joke. Because
it's fine.
Y'all don't know me well enough yet. But that's okay. We're going to get in the trust tree eventually, and it's going to be all good. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else is on here? Me and Little One did get into it.
About?
Actually, we were talking about the Katt Williams doc. Excuse me. And we're talking about how we somehow got onto people that are in the military because a judge told them you got to go into the military. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, that's a thing that has happened in the past, but is probably not still happening, or at least not like lawfully still happening. I don't believe. I don't even know if it was lawful to do then, but you know. And so we're talking about stuff, military stuff, and she like interrupted me in the middle of me talking about it. And when she did that, like, I didn't get mad. Like, that wasn't I felt a feeling, but I couldn't identify the feeling yet. Mm. And I was just like, I was irritated. And she's like, because the way she interrupted me, I was in the middle of saying something, and she just goes, I don't want to talk about that. And I went, and then we sat on the phone for like silence for like 2 minutes. Because I'm like, you just interrupted me, so now you need to offer a new topic. You're not going to interrupt me and then have me give you the topic that we finna talk about. Yeah. That's definitely not finna happen. So that happens, and she finally says, so what do you want to talk about? No, again, no. What you interrupted me. What would you like to talk about? She's like, I don't know. My head is just in a bunch of different places. This is not a good impression of her, but I don't want to talk about the war. It makes me think about that. And then she like, and we're sitting there and we get to the reason as to why she interrupted me and all of that stuff. And and I work her through it. And then she's like, okay. And I'm like, she's like, are you? And she's like, are you mad at me? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. And because I still hadn't like, I hadn't like identified the feeling yet. Because I was like dealing with whatever was going on. And then when I saw, we talked about it and I'm like, well, like, first of all, like, one, the way you did that felt like a rejection of a huge part of who I have been in my life. Two, that was just rude. And I was like, and it hurt my feelings. It took me, I was like, oh, I was irritated, but the anger didn't even like jump up there because it knew like that wasn't so it just stayed where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. Like what you did hurt my feelings. And she instantly was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I did not intend to hurt your feelings. And I'm going, and then my response was, thank you for that. I appreciate the fact that you did not intend to hurt my feelings. That is going to help me get over my feelings being hurt. My feelings this will help my feelings be unhurt, but they are not as of yet and right now unhurt. So my feelings are just going to be hurt for a while.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. And I'm going, it's okay.
It's the thing that happens.
What helps me is knowing that this wasn't the thing that you did intentionally.
Right. And
this was an accident.
I don't know how important this is to you, but something that is a huge deal to me is whenever somebody can simply apologize and not let me and not have to talk about why they said what they said. Like, it's not necessarily an excuse. The conversation will usually go like, she could have said, oh, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. That wasn't my intent. I only interrupted you because that was going to make me feel like we had that conversation. It was going to make me feel like I don't want to hear none of that shit. Apologize for what you did and let's move on, because it feels like you're trying to justify it to me, and I really don't care where you're like, this is how I felt. And I can take into consideration, or I will take into consideration that you did not intend to make me feel that way, but I don't care. For me, I know that that's not like, some people do want to hear that and they want to hear why you said it or where it's coming from. But
so we didn't have to do that because we had already covered why. We dealt with whatever emotions it was that led to you interrupting me like that in the first place. So now that we've already dealt with that, now we're dealing with my feelings. So had she brought up the why as to what's the name, now you're out of bounds because we're not talking about you.
We already did.
We already did. We've already covered that. That has been established. I appreciate that, but now we're not talking about you.
Yeah.
And I would also not like to be talking about me because I've already said this is just a thing. There's nothing that you can do to fix this.
Oh my God.
It's just gonna be a thing that is right now. What?
That just triggered me a little bit.
There's nothing you can do to fix this?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm back.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yes, but next week when I am better, like sober.
Okay, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, no, everything's fine. But I had text you to put it on the docket. But we can just talk. We can talk about it. Not next week, but next Wednesday? Time we record. Yeah. We could just talk about it.
You did. I think I wrote it down, but I haven't gone through all the things that were on the docket.
Yeah, we can talk about it next time when I will be sober.
Oh, okay. Because I just went back and looked at it. I'm like, oh, no, now I know exactly how. Yeah.
Yeah. So Vet's daughters were here. Mm-hmm. They stayed with us from the 25th, so Christmas, through early January, or one of those first few days in January.
So if I'm not mistaken, we talked a little bit about it during the last episode.
Oh yeah, because they were here already. Okay, yeah.
I think they had just left.
No. Because they just left.
Oh, you had all them kids in your house.
Because last time we recorded, I did not have my kids yet. Only they were here. But
and we've talked since all the kids were, but we haven't recorded. I don't think.
Yeah. Because I do remember they were here. Because that's when she was doing my makeup before I left to come over here to record, and she wanted me to keep that mess on my face. No, ma'am, I won't be doing that. No. But it was once my kids came, it was cool. There were some adjustments.
How did the kids get along?
For the most part, good.
Okay.
For the most part, good. But I know how to ignore my youngest. He's 3. He just be saying shit. But other people, especially kids, don't know how to
ignore.
Yeah, the fact that he just be saying shit. So like, he will literally walk up to you and be like, well, he'll look at you and then look at me and be like, Mama, RJ not listening. Listening to who? About what? And so, but he would do that, and he would say that, and he'd be like, she not listening. I didn't, girl, ignore it. I'm not worried about him. Are you saying something because you think I care about what he's talking about?
That would have worked. I could fully imagine that being my youngest brother. But we smacked the shit out of him a couple of times, and he never did that shit again. Did you learn? Hey, stop playing with me.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get me in trouble.
She not listening
because you the fucking favorite. No. Parents be trying to act like they don't got favorites. You motherfuckers got favorites. We know this.
I do. I do. I'm not gonna say which one it is.
We're not gonna do that on camera. Get them both a complex.
I love them both equally, of course.
Does the favorite ever change?
Yes, I have favorites like because of different things too. But I do have an overall favorite. I love them both equally, but I think I have an overall favorite because one of my kids is simply easier than the other. One is just easier, and that makes him my favorite. It's nothing about like
I know based on dynamics of children which one is your favorite.
If you've been watching this and you've made it this far, comment which one of my kids you think is my favorite. But yeah, one of them.
She's not gonna tell you, but you can comment and we'll give you a silent wink.
I just one is just easier, and that's the reason. It's not like like he has a better personality or like more fun to be around. Both my kids are hilarious, and they're both very, very funny and fun to be around and stuff. But one of them just requires more, and you gotta take the back seat for that. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, tough. Damn. I don't think. Oh, I just thought about. Damn, that hit me like a truck. Sorry, I thought about. I was like, I didn't really need a whole lot as a kid, and then I thought that's because your older brothers was fucking up a lot. So you learned to not need things because they needed more attention.
Excuse me.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
and I still got enough from places.
Yeah.
So and none of them were dangerous.
None.
Not in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kev on Stage has started watching Attack on Titan. Have you seen the videos?
Yes. They're hilarious, bro. And okay, so I'm also I started back on Attack on Titan, and I'm nearly through because I'm right at the end of the first season. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, you got to hurry up and get to, because also I saw like too many episodes into the second season. I'm like, nigga, now I got to get back to this point. Cause I don't remember how I got here in this, like this crazy reveal that just happened and shit. And I'm like, all right, shit, I got to go back. But yes, I've enjoyed Kev on Stage getting into anime. Mm-hmm. But there are certain anime that transcend like people that like anime.
And Attack on Titan
is one of those.
I tell people that all the time. I do not watch anime. I watch Attack on Titan. That is the only one that has ever that I've watched. It's still fuck you for that first one.
Which one?
Promised Neverland.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm never gonna forgive you for that.
My bad.
Never gonna forgive you for that. And so I have heard that a lot of people when they watch Attack on Titan, especially if it's their introduction, they get, I think you said little one was really freaked out by the Titans. But considering my start, which was the show that you showed me, as long as there is no human trafficking,
I forgot that was the reason that I didn't finish that show.
And cannibalism, yeah, then I'm good. And so the Titans were nothing for me in comparison to that very first episode of the show that I watched. So,
funnily enough, I couldn't do that in anime, but I could do child soldiers, because that's basically what all the ninja anime, they're child soldiers. Naruto is a child soldier.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy Attack on Titan. I'm on the last episode, which was the last two are an hour long. So I'm on. I think I might be on the first. I'm either on the first one or the second one. No, I think I finished the first one.
A couple of my favorite animes have come back. My Hero is back. Classroom of the Elite is back, and something else is back. Also, a couple of my dope isekais that I really like are back too. So I'm yes, that plus I've been watching. Have you watched? I'm almost certain you haven't.
Is it anime?
Huh?
Is it anime? Oh, okay.
Percy Jackson?
Oh, no.
So I have been watching it. I like it. It's dark.
I don't even know what that is.
Percy Jackson is in Perseus Jackson is a demigod who is the child of...
A demigod like Maui?
Yes.
From
the son
Moana?
of Poseidon and his mother. And then he goes on to do all these heroic feats and saves the world.
And his last name's Jackson?
Mm-hmm. After his mother, Sally Jackson. He didn't get Poseidon's last name because Poseidon don't have a last name.
There were people last name Jackson?
It's in modern times.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's the Greek equivalent. It's I don't want to say it's the Greek equivalent to Harry Potter, or the Greek mythology version of Harry Potter, because it's not really, but kind of is.
Okay.
But yeah, they did movies. The movies were atrocious. Nobody watched them because they were so bad, and they abused the source material. I don't mean used. Abused the source material. They had Brandon T. Jackson in them. Anyway, another person that Katt Williams cussed at.
Oh, good.
Katt Williams definitely cussed him. Wait, what did he do?
Nothing.
Brandon T. Jackson?
Yeah, he didn't do anything for real, but I saw a video of him pretending to perform in front of a crowd. He was actually in an empty room, and there was a laugh track that he was playing. Yeah.
Is it for comp? Okay, I don't. What Katt would say about juicing? Never mind. Watch the interview. It's okay.
I can't.
It's actually don't. It's 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes. I put it on while I was at work.
Yeah, no, I can't. 3 hours? No, I can't. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. Someone on Twitter pointed out that towards the beginning, well, I didn't know it was 3 hours long, so I don't know what towards the beginning means if it's 3 hours long. But somewhere towards the beginning, Shannon Sharp kept trying to say that Katt Williams was out of sorts, he was drunk or high or something like that. He kept alluding to that. And then she took they took a screenshot of their drinks from then on out, and Katt stopped drinking. When the picture that she took, I don't think I probably can't find it on my Twitter, but the picture that she took, there's noticeably more alcohol gone from Shannon Sharp's bottle than Katt's, because Katt just stopped drinking. I think he peeped that he was trying to paint this, or he felt like Shannon Sharp was trying to paint him.
Well, no,
as being
I don't even think he thinks it's Shannon Sharp, but he knows that now that Shannon has said that, if he continues to drink, people are gonna think what's in it, which is why Katt said, "You've had more than me,"
because he started drinking water. And yeah, so.
But also, Katt is 145 pounds, so the amount of alcohol it takes a 145-pound man to get drunk is not going to be nearly the same as it takes a. Shannon is probably around 250. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he was drunk when he was saying all that stuff.
Yeah, which, I mean, for someone like me, that makes it worse.
He said so there was something he said about Kanye that I felt was interesting and was right. It wasn't the most right. It was right to, you know how like somebody will say something and you agree with a good portion of what they said, but then they take it a step too far and you go, no, mm-hmm. Not there.
You lost me.
Yeah. And what he said was, he's like, I don't understand. Like, we've said Kanye West is sick. We keep talking about him like he's not sick. And we keep and we want to grade him and not grade him on a curve and be like, he's doing it. And my thing about that is, one, yes, we need to stop trying to give Kanye a platform in stop doing that. People need to stop reporting on what's going on because it doesn't help Kanye. Mm-hmm. At least not his mental health. It helps his pocket, but it doesn't help his actual mental health, which I think is a thing that we've all established. It seems like he has some issues with. So, but when he says we are grading him on a curve, like, we already know this person. I go, no. Just because you have a mental health disorder it does not excuse you of harm that you do to others. We don't get to play that card. Mm-hmm. Kanye still has to be held accountable and still has to be responsible for the ways in which he has harmed others. Yeah.
I don't follow this type of stuff at all, really. But someone pointed out that we have not been hearing much from Kanye and his antics and stuff since he's been allowed to be around his kids again.
He just recently was in the news for like screaming about something that he said, and he was on all over the Shade Room.
Well, in that person's defense, I saw that a while ago.
Okay.
So it probably was true up until
then, yeah. And then you know.
But I don't be knowing what's going on, and I stopped. I don't. How to say this? I've never been a fan of Kanye in any capacity. Like, I can appreciate what he does for music, but his rap is not for me. Like, I can understand why other people like it, but I have one Kanye West song on my phone. One.
What's the song?
Ultralight Beam.
It's a good song.
And it's because of Chance.
I was gonna say that's more Chance. That song feels like more like it's Chance's song than it does Kanye's. Yeah. It's just on Kanye's album.
It's on Kanye's album.
That's also the best. That's also one of the best verses I've ever heard out of Chance the Rapper. Mm-hmm. He smoked that verse.
I think I was just listening to it on the way here.
It's the beginning of my leg day playlist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's very easy for me to dismiss Kanye and just be done with it because I've never been a fan. But I can't. I don't believe that Kanye believes the shit that he be saying, and that is where I have to disconnect. I don't believe that he believes all the shit. It's too wishy-washy for you to actually believe this shit. You're pandering, and you know how the internet works.
Yes. Also, if he is bipolar, which by all accounts it seems he is, that also lines up with that. That doesn't mean he's not doing what you said he's doing, but it also feels a lot like manic episodes to me when I watch it and I go, oh yeah, that looks familiar. That looked like a manic episode to me. And then we just act like and talk like it's not, which is why I'm like, either Kanye is either we want to help Kanye by like not continuing to talk about Kanye the way that we talk about him and have an actual like conversation about it, or we don't and we just want to admit that like we just want to be entertained. Yeah. Man.
I don't know. That's the internet though. I mean, they can't not talk about it.
Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else?
Because people can't not consume it. People care. For whatever reason, so they got to talk about it. Whatever he do, it has to be news.
They gotta practice caring and then keep scrolling.
I'm good at that.
I care a lot, and then I keep scrolling, especially when it's not like I care, but not enough that this should interrupt my peace enough to have to make a video about it. Especially if I'm making a video because this bothered me so much. I don't want to be that person. Nobody likes that person.
Yeah.
So I didn't have. Do I have any?
How was work?
Being back, nigga. Let me tell you something. I'm tired. So ridiculously tired, and I didn't do nothing for real. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Like my first day back, I did see like a few clients when I got back, and then today was just like catching up on paperwork and all the emails that I had missed because I had been gone for forever. Which also I learned, I'm like, yo, you had no discipline when you were off. I did absolutely, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this project and I'm gonna scrub and do and I was like, I'm not doing none of that. And that's partially because, little one was here and she kept trying to keep me in bed. She wanted me to be in bed all day, and we ain't even got to be doing nothing.
Yeah.
She just wants to be in bed. So no, I was completely undisciplined and did not do the things I had or a good portion of the things that I had set myself to do over the break. But that's also partially to do with the fact that I was sick.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel well this is the first time that since we came back and recorded, this is the first time I am not sick since then. Because both of them episodes, I was low-key out of it.
Yeah.
The first one, I think I collapsed. I put in there and passed out right after we got done. I was like, I'm going to sleep.
John Wick is Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
I don't remember who I was talking to or what we were talking about, but they mentioned Keanu Reeves. And I said, oh, that's the guy from I did like that. And they was like, John Wick. And I was like, no. And then they said The Matrix. And I said, no, Hardball. Because I've never seen those other two movies. I've never seen The Matrix. I've never seen John Wick or whatever, but I have seen Hardball, and that is the man from Hardball.
It's Thor all over again. I don't bro. This is why, and only certain people are gonna know that reference because Thor all over again. This is why. This is every like 3 months or so, you hit me with one of these, and I'd be like, I
tried to watch The Matrix a few years ago.
The new one?
No.
Oh, the
original, the very first movie.
It's so dated now.
The quality is shit.
It's so dated. When you watch it now, it's bad. But if you would have watched it when you were supposed to, you would be nostalgic about it because you would be watching the technology in the right era.
When was I supposed to watch it?
When it came out.
When did it come out?
The early 2000s.
I was a teenage girl. I didn't give a fuck about The Matrix. What are you talking about?
You didn't have a teenage boy that was, oh, maybe I'm a nerd. Am I a nerd? Well, I know I'm a nerd, but am I that kind of a nerd?
I don't know. I definitely think I'm probably in the minority.
We're not gonna act
I'm in the minority of people.
Okay, because I was gonna say we're not gonna act like freaking The Matrix was a niche movie.
But I can say this one thing, which is not helping my case at all. I said that like it was about to help my case. It's not. Every time for years upon years, because I've never seen The Matrix, I would be so confused whenever confused.
Befuddled.
I would be so confused whenever someone would bring up The Matrix. Well, Neo, but they were talking about The Matrix, and I'm thinking that they're talking about Neo. Like when I hear Neo, when I
were thinking about the singer.
Yes.
Always.
The Dance Monster, yes.
Dance Monster. How do...
Oh, you might not have seen that video.
I posted a video. Monster?
Yeah, there's a show on Netflix called Dance Monsters, and Neo is a judge on that show. And my son was like, right, that's the same thing that I said. And I was on the phone and I mentioned Neo and my oldest was like, "Mama, you know Neo? The fuck do you know Neo?"
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Or I've seen you make a made a video.
I made a video about it. And then he was like, "Yeah, Neo's a dance monster." Neo's a what? Excuse me? And then he went in his room and he put on Dance Monsters and he showed me, and there go Neo in a big ass hat. And I was like, "Does Neo dance on the show?" And my son said, "No, he just sit there and watch them dance." Yeah, baby, that's what a judge does.
How? Okay.
And then, I made the video and people were like, "You don't remember Stump the Yard?" No. But here's the thing. Teenage girl. My mama took me to the movies to see Stump the Yard. And Chris Brown died in the first 5 minutes of that damn movie. And I tried to walk out and my mama was like, "Sit your ass down."
You was mad the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I cried the rest of the movie. I cried the rest of the fucking movie. So, no, I don't remember. I don't even remember Neo being in that movie, let alone him dancing in it. No, I don't remember Stump the Yard. Now, had he been in You Got Served, it'd be a different story.
Bro, I watched some of the opening choreographer from You Got Served. It don't hit like we thought it hit.
There is nothing funnier.
No wonder y'all lost.
There is nothing funnier that has ever been produced in TV, in movies. Than that scene when
you don't believe us?
Houston,
Go back and watch the opening.
No, when Marcus Houston got jumped, if heaven was a mile away. That is the
if heaven was a mile,
scene in a movie ever. I'd pack up my bags and leave this world behind if heaven was a mile away.
That is so wild. I wonder how much they had to pay for that song.
I cry tears every time I see that scene. Whether it be if I just happen to be scrolling and come across that scene, it makes my day.
So I smooth forgot about that. And when you said it, I instantly heard "If Heaven Was a Mile Away."
Mm-hmm. That is the funniest scene,
bro. Why are you carrying it in a duffel bag like that? And why was the duffel bag so big and empty? You are drawing attention to yourself, my G. What is? Who taught you how to do this? Because this is wild to me, bro.
Oh my gosh.
You ain't got a backpack? Nothing more compact?
Ooh, just thinking about it.
Oh,
Jesus. Okay, do we have anything else?
No. Oh, we should rank the worst dance movies. Save the Last Dance has to be up there.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I've seen it. But it's one of those movies I've never sat down and watched.
I don't think you can get away with making that movie today. But we're about to find out.
Are they rebooting it?
No. Have you seen this movie they're about to put out called The Magical Negro? Bro, I watched it.
Spiritual side. They had the opportunity to do something so good.
We were all so excited, bro.
They had the opportunity to do something so good.
Bro, I watched because someone sent it to me and I was like, I watched the first 5 seconds and I was like, Magical Negro, we getting black magic? Okay, cool. I went back before I even watched it. I was like, I'm gonna go watch it, and then watched the rest of the trailer and was like, I can't.
We had the opportunity, and if I'm not mistaken, it's from when they did the Black Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it's based on that. It's supposed to be, it was supposed to be created. It was allegedly created from that, but it's like,
how did this movie get greenlit?
Because it's satire. It's supposed to be satire, but you have the opportunity to make something really good for us.
But it could be satire. But the fact that you made the love interest, and also the male lead is also extremely light-skinned, makes a huge difference to the story that you are telling.
That shit pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Without even seeing them, and I don't like when people judge things without seeing them. I will probably watch it.
I'm not watching it.
I'm not gonna pay for it.
You told
I'll probably watch it.
Like I feel like you can judge a movie by its trailer. I don't think that you can judge. You can judge a story by the trailer. The plot of the movie, yeah, you telling me what the movie is about, and that's trash to me. Now, if is it a quality movie, I think you need to see the movie to say. But
one of the other problems is when they don't give us. So what? This is the other problem when. We complain about getting struggle love movies and struggle everything movies when it has to do with blackness. And then they're like, we tried to give y'all this fun thing and y'all didn't want to go see it. No. That's
you
not
give
what
us
happened.
a movie about black people being magical and they only can use their magic to make white people comfortable and happy. What?
Bro, I was so upset.
Have you seen what's allegedly happened in Miami? I don't know if we can talk about it because every time anybody talks about it, the videos keep getting taken down. They're talking about aliens, bro, that were in a mall in Miami. This sounds ridiculous. But allegedly what happened is police were called because some teenagers were fighting with sticks at the mall. That's what they say the 911 call was. But then when you see the footage of tens and tens of like police cars, like it's crazy. And then there's people who like eyewitnesses saying that they saw 7 to 10 foot creatures inside the mall. There were gunshots that went off from people in there trying to protect themselves. But every time people like upload anything about it, it keeps getting wiped from the internet. Like nobody has internet service in the area. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what? I don't care.
I had no idea that was happening. Mm-hmm. Partially because rent and gas are still fucking high. So I ain't got time to worry about no fucking aliens. Are they gonna help me on this? Are they gonna forgive my student loans?
Are they about to contribute to society?
Yeah. If they're gonna forgive my student loans, I'm all for them. We can bring the aliens on.
And if they are, 7 to 10 feet, they cannot come here and be athletes.
They can't care about me any less than my current government. That's there's no way. They would at least if I get aliens, I know what I'm getting into. They're not gonna lie to me about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, we're here to take over. We're not even gonna pretend like we getting low. We just don't like y'all motherfuckers.
We don't like
we're here.
All of you guys equally.
Yeah.
I know how y'all like to
differentiate and shit. And then you want to divide yourselves.
We hate you all evenly. There's no favoritism. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get
no matter where you come from. No, you're all terrible.
They did say that this is the only thing that's gonna end racism. We got to deal with aliens. I was like, I still don't think so.
Outside. No, not at all.
I still don't think so. I think we die quicker. I think when the aliens come, as divided as we are, this is the other thing. We have never been at a stage in the United States where actually, no, I was going to say where war has been so unpopular. And I'm thinking about that now. I was like, the American government don't give a fuck when war is unpopular. They're going anyway. Mm-hmm. People been told them in the Vietnam War, they didn't give a fuck. People been told them, hey, yo, we shouldn't be going to Iraq and Afghanistan. And once we're there, we were told, hey, yo, we probably need to get out of there. Mm-hmm. We did not get, they are not interested in the wishings and wantings of the American people at all whatsoever. They said, look, we know that y'all don't understand this, but we understand what's good for y'all from what we see is happening, and we just gonna act on that. We don't give a fuck about this peaceful shit that y'all talking about. We need oil to run this country and to make all these things happen. So we gonna do what we gotta do.
Tough. I don't know, but
oh God, we talked about politics.
Barely. But if aliens came here, that pissed me off because like traffic would be so bad.
It's Houston, bro. How much worse could it get?
I mean, it's already bad without aliens.
It could be Atlanta.
Is Atlanta worse?
Atlanta's traffic is stupid.
Is Atlanta worse than LA?
No.
Yeah.
LA is different. We talk about traffic. LA is different. New York also different because New York is mainly different because in Houston, you don't drive on like streets. You get on the freeway and go everywhere. Which tells you how fucking huge Houston is.
Because it's a big city, yeah.
But what feels like in New York is people are just driving in the city all the time. It doesn't. Houston, you don't get a lot of that. At least it doesn't feel like it.
Like the fact that when you see New York, it's always traffic. There's so many fucking people there for it to be such a small, not a huge city. Like
It's actually
mass-wise.
really, really small.
Yeah, there's so many people there because how is it that the sidewalks are always packed, the streets are always packed, and underground is always packed? There's way too many people there and they're all rude. I'm so sorry if you're from New York, but y'all scare the shit out of me. Y'all terrify me.
I've already given up on New York as the place that we're gonna go do tours.
I will go if I'm paid to be there. But
I don't
that's
think that
it.
we're gonna get invited.
If we do, we probably shouldn't go. They're probably gonna try to jump me. Look at y'all, just rude, just
Ruthless.
aggressive.
If we did tour, where would you want to go first? What's on your list?
If we toured or if we started doing shows, I want to perform right here
In Houston?
I would love to do a show just right here in Houston. Yeah, but
I would.
I like being around niggas. So Atlanta, just because it's black, like I think Atlanta is one of the blackest cities. I just like what going
Atlanta.
where niggas is at.
So places I think that are extremely black that I love: Houston, Atlanta, New Orleans, DC.
I've never been to DC.
Love
That's
DC.
that's the
I
only-
hate driving in DC. DC, quiet as kept, is one of the worst places to drive. It's absolutely horrible because witches built that city, and it's like it's horrible the way they've done the roads in DC. It's atrocious.
Witches.
Yeah,
Okay,
those that practice the dark arts, yes.
they built the city.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
just go with it.
Yeah. I can't argue it. It doesn't feel
I just
right
Katt
in my
Williams you.
spirit. Well, yeah, I don't know enough. I don't know enough to argue about it.
Just taking it to face value.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't sit right in my spirit personally. Cause what? But I don't have any basis for that. Cause I've never been. Wait, what city did you say?
DC.
DC. Okay. Yes. Wait, Washington DC? Where the White House is?
Yes.
Where
It was
they?
built by witches. Yes.
Oh,
Not the White House itself.
the
That was
White
built
House
by
itself was
slaves.
built by Negroes.
Yeah, that was slaves.
Huh?
Some of them could have been witches or practitioners of what?
Witchcraft,
Witches,
witchery.
warlocks, all that good stuff.
Is that a male witch? Or is it a wizard?
It depends on which canon you read. Because in some canon, warlocks and witches are the exact same thing. In other canon, warlocks are not the same thing as witches. In some canon, you have there are male witches because warlocks are evil. In some canon, warlocks are part demon.
And what are wizards?
There's classes.
Huh?
It's a whole. There's like a wizard is like an upgrade of a mage, like the best mage you can be.
A what?
You can be a mage or a sorcerer or what. You know what? We don't need to get into all the things. It's because I'm gonna feel like a nerd, and I can't get Thored twice in one episode. I simply cannot.
Okay, well you won't because I don't know anything about this. So I'm not one of those people who argue just because. That's why I have like a 95% win rate on every argument I've ever been in. It's because I only argue things that I know for a fact. And I know for a fact that Thor is not a white man because he's not human. So That is a fact I am willing to argue.
You know what? Not gonna get into it because I don't have the strength. I simply do not.
But I don't know nothing about witches and ghouls and
I don't know nothing about no baseball. Just like the way that red splash off that green. Yo.
Okay, if you've made it this far in the show, comment. I don't have anything. I just started talking and I didn't have anything prepared.
Did you give a name? What name did you give?
You didn't introduce us.
I didn't introduce us?
No.
Well, hello. I'm RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Tanya.
AKA
Big Rocks.
Not the little one.
Never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers. This has been the Hey Coworker podcast. Thank y'all for being the best coworkers in the world. We're going to see y'all next week.
We have to tell them something to say if they made it to the end.
Bye.
Say bye? No,
see you next week.
No, we have to tell them something to put in the comments.
Oh, that's true. What was it? Lee? It wasn't that one.
If you made it this far, yeah, just say doodle bob.
Bet.
Doodle
All right.
bob. All right.
We'll see. That was such a fly intro to exit too.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.